Some people that's willing to bend over backwards, is that true love? Would you call that true love? Now me, I say all the time, that sacrifice. If you willing to sacrifice for a person and give up all that you have and all your feelings, all your heart, then that's a person that's worthy of your love. But so many different people throw around that word and it really has no meaning to them, and they just using it. Now me, I'll make a person work for it, and I just don't throw around that word. For me to actually love you, you would have to work for it. I just don't throw away my love or throw around words like that without it being meaning. Now the word love is an emotion, right? And you don't have that emotion for everybody, so I would look at it as something special. You just don't use it unless you mean it. Now love, if you love a person, you will be willing to walk through a desert for 60 damn miles just to find that person. If you love that person, you should be willing to sacrifice everything that you have as a person for that person if it's so needed. If you in love with somebody, like in the marital vows, it says a couple things like this. You already know this: to death do we part. That mean that person will not cheat on that person. They will only have that one person in their life, you know what I'm saying, for the rest of their life. So they didn't already sacrifice themselves and their faithfulness to that one person, because it's in the vows: to death do you part, through sickness and health. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will have a fine female and you love this woman, but she gets sick. Let's just say she got cancer or something, and she's slowly getting degraded by the cancer eating her alive and whatnot. Now if you really love that woman, you would be there by her side no matter what. If you're in a relationship and a car accident happened and that person is maimed and they can't do what for you they could before because they just got dismembered or maimed or whatnot. If you really love a person, it really doesn't matter what that person looks like. I don't care if she don't got no more arms no more. I don't care if he don't got no tongue and he used to do that little special thing for you. If you love a person, you should be able to be in that person's life through sickness, through health, through poor, all of that. So when I be in relationships and I see a woman and she'll go through all of this horrible stuff just to be with me, that shows me a whole lot on her character, because she is willing to spend this time and go through all of whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, just to be with a person. Now that is true love. But then you have so many different people out here that throw around that word and it really doesn't have no meaning. Like, I tell y'all, if I love a person, I really love that person. I'm not gonna be throwing around words that I don't mean, that I don't need. Now it's Valentine's, y'all. Happy Valentine's. For you dudes up out there that's got to come out of pocket $700-800 just to please this woman on this one day. Now if she really loved you, the material things that you sit there and you stressed off and you got and you worked hard for, just by you being in her life should be enough. Now for you females that's went above and beyond to try to bring some type of satisfying to your man face this Valentine's, if that man really loved you, all that little stuff that you got him don't mean nothing, because the most important thing for him is you in his life. What are you willing to sacrifice for love? What are you willing to put on the line? What are you willing to prove to your mate that you're willing to do for them? Now love is a complex thing. Love is in the right hands is a very powerful, genuine thing. But how do you know personally if your mate loves you? Now I tell you this over again. Now if you with somebody and you having some thoughts about them cheating or whatever, you having 9 times out of 10 your first shot on something like that is the truth. So you really need to check that person. You really do. You need to be watching on that person. And I'll tell you right now, to me, once a cheater is always a cheater. If you forgive somebody for breaking your heart, you will put yourself in another position to where they can continue to break your heart and you still feel the same forgiveness for that person. At some point you have to let go. Now real love is going to fight for you. Real love would even die for you. Real love would take an ass whooping for you. You know what I'm saying? So you look at your relationship. Is your partner willing to do all of that for you? Now love is always going to be there for you. You don't have to really rejuvenate love, because if you love somebody, that love should be in your heart and you should take it for that one person. Now, I want you to look at your relationship and see, is this person willing to fight for me? Has this person sacrificed for me? Has this person put in the time? Remember, it's not about materialistic things. Love is not a material. Love is an actual feeling or emotion, you know what I'm saying, that you have inside of your heart. It can't be duplicated. It can't be fabricated. It has to be the genuine feeling of love. And if you ever experience love, you know what I'm talking about. What is your partner willing to do for you? What have they done for you? What are you willing to sacrifice for that person? Do you really have true love in your life? Is this the love that you think, this perfect love that you always thought that it would be? Is this what you found in the person that you are with now? Now, they say only time will tell. This is your boy Jehoshaphat for my talk for today. Happy Valentine's, everybody.